Hello Internet and welcome to this day in history for the 24th of October. Today we are in 1795 and more specifically we are in Poland, which is actually not true since we are in fact in Vienna. But we are in Vienna because of Poland, because we are in Vienna at the third partition of Poland. Because if there was one thing the greater powers of Central and Eastern Europe really enjoyed doing in the 18th century, it was to take the Polish-Lithuanian Commonwealth and carve them up between themselves, without really caring what the Poles or the Lithuanians had to say about it. That didn't particularly matter to them. It began in 1772 when Austria, Russia, and Prussia decided that the right thing to do was to expand their own territories on behalf of Poland. So they did, because the Polish were no longer able to really militarily defend them. In fact, they abolished the Polish monarchy and instead preserved the rump state of Poland as the first Polish Republic. 18 years later, in 1790, they were weakened enough, the first Polish Republic, that they had to go into an alliance with Prussia, and part of the deals of that alliance with Prussia was yet another partition of Poland, at which case, of course, the rump state was even more rumpish. At this point, the Poles started to have enough, and various rebellions broke out to try to at least keep what remained of Poland a thing, while also perhaps regaining some of their old territories, restoring the monarchy, and making themselves a nation that mattered again. This unfortunately had the sad side effect of attracting attention from the Russians, and the Russian imperial armies under command of the Tsar immediately walked all over the rebels, and decided to partition the small tiny remains of the Polish rump state once again, at which point Poland basically stopped existing for quite a while. It was slowly re-established again, of course, but at this point Prussia, Austria, and Russia basically took everything that had been Poland even just 20 years before and had now divided it up between themselves without at any point asking the Poles about it, which of course might to a certain degree have been, how to put it, counterproductive to their immediate designs. Anyway, Poland, or rather the old Polish territories, would remain a point of strife in Central and Eastern Europe. Napoleon briefly kind of resurrected Poland when he set up the Duchy of Warsaw in 1807 after his war with Prussia, but even that was, of course, nothing more than a French vassal state set up with the sole purpose of giving him an extra line of troops to pull on. In fact, Poland was not re-established fully until just after the First World War, when it was carved out of the losing German territory, and in fact also taken part of the Russian territory as per Brest-Litov. But, of course, this only lasted some time before someone else from Germany felt that it was a very good idea to partition Poland once again in 1939, but that is a completely different story. Anyway, this day in history for the 24th of October, the third partition of Poland, and proving thus once again that if you are a Pole, you can't really trust any of your neighbors. I hope this has been of interest to you. Until next time, I have been the Sage, and I wish you all a very happy day.